There's all sorts of methodologies out there. The premise is the same. Be better today than you were yesterday. And then be better tomorrow than you were today. Yo, what's happening everyone? Welcome back to the show. I appreciate you guys for joining me. Please like, subscribe, and share if you haven't done so already. Listen guys, change of scenery I know, but today we're getting into know your worth. Man, motherfucker, this shit pisses me off so bad. I've been scrolling the gram for a minute and I see everyone all the time talking about know your worth, know your worth, know your worth. Guys, understand this. Please get this through your skulls real quick. You are what you're worth. You're worth what you're worth. What you bring to the table is exactly what you're worth. If you're someone who left school and stopped learning and has stopped growing, stopped evolving, and you're now in your 40s, you are worth what you're worth, which is pretty much fuck all. If you stop growing, if you stopped adding value, if you bring nothing to the table, you aren't worth a whole hell of a lot. That's the reality. Now the difference between guys and chicks is that's exactly how guys are measured. Guys are measured on what they bring to the table. If a zombie apocalypse kicked off tomorrow, or fucking some kind of bullshit situation really kicked the fuck off, how many guys are going to be in your back corner? You're going to select the few that bring something to the fucking table. You're not going to bring along the guys that are just there existing and who are going to take resources away from the guys who bring resources to the fucking table. So understand this. The guys that have value are the guys that have skill sets. The guys that know how to do shit. Who have learned to handle themselves in a pretty fucking shitty situation. Those are the guys that are worth something. So if someone's sitting out there telling you, oh no, you're worth this, you're worth that, and you have this nagging pain in the back of your brain telling you that you're not, it's probably because you're not. The most depressed, anxious, suicidal, miserable motherfuckers I've ever met in my life are the guys that have been told their whole life that they're worth something when they don't bring anything to the table. Because there's this massive, massive fucking void or disconnect between who they are and who they're being told that they are. So understand this. If you guys are having this struggle, if you guys are someone that's really fucking going to war with yourself on a daily basis, like me, Byron 1.0, people told me, oh, you're worth this, you're worth that, you're a good dude, this, that, and the other. I didn't bring anything to the table. How could I be worth anything? So I had this consistent internal fucking fight and battle going on, where I was trying to listen to the people who were the yes people in my life telling me that I was valuable, when in reality I didn't bring anything to the fucking table. And in actual fact, if I had kicked the bucket, the world would have been a better place. It's pretty fucking sobering when you put it into that kind of perspective. So understand guys, know your worth means fuck all. If you're a dude, what you bring to the table is what you are worth. If you don't bring anything to the table, you're not worth a whole hell of a lot. Now after getting punched in the face with that reality, you have one of two choices. You can continue going down the road that you're on now, where you continue to bring nothing to the table, where you continue to feel lost, disrespected, overlooked, and all of that other misery that it comes with, depressed, anxious, suicidal, all of that shit. Or you can make a conscious decision today to dial your shit in, to level up, to become that 2.0 and beyond version of you, where you're in the best mental, physical shape of your life, you actually bring something to the table, you become wealthier, fitter, stronger, healthier, and everything in between, and then you are actually worth something. And then that internal battle that you go to war with every single day doesn't have to be that battle anymore. Why? Because you've built credibility and trust with yourself to the point where you actually know you bring something to the table. So stop with this know your worth shit. You're worth what you're fucking worth. If you're getting paid $10 an hour, it's because that's what the fuck you're worth. If you believe you're worth more, then go and find someone to pay you more. But the reality is no one will, which is why you are where you are. Right? I had a fucking head-to-head with a dude the other day Because he's trying to explain to me that, oh, Byron, you don't understand. It's hard for me. I have to work 3 jobs. I told him straight up, bro, you have to work 3 jobs because you suck at doing 3 things. If you were good at doing one of those things, and I mean really fucking good, you would get paid more than all 3 of those combined. And you wouldn't need to work 16, 18-hour days. And this is not me shit talking, this is me speaking from experience, from reality. I lived that fucking life for long enough. And I got tired of that shit. To the point where I was like, you know what, I'm going to become really fucking good at something. At the moment I became really fucking good at that thing, it was a wrap. I didn't have to work three different jobs. I didn't have to work 18 hours a day. Now if I want to work 18 hours a day, it's because I choose to, because I want to increase my overall wealth. Not just my finances. Understand that there's a difference between your finances and your overall wealth. But if you're running 3 jobs, it's because you suck at doing 3 things. Get really fucking good at one of them. You'll win back so much time. You will get paid more for the time that you're using. And then, oh my God, you don't have to be this fucking asleep at the wheel father or husband. You can actually be fucking present. Because you actually do get paid what you're worth. Because you have a fucking skill to bring to the table. At which point, you're rewarded. And shit gets way better. So please, for the love of God, stop believing that you're worth what you're worth. You get paid what you're worth. This real world, as soon as you step outside of this fucking building, it tells you what you're worth. If you don't like it, fix it. But we went very, very astray at some point where we told everyone that everyone's a fucking winner, that everyone is equal. We're not fucking equal. You're not on the same playing field as Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, or any of those fucking studs that are at the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. Why? Because they have more skills. They do more work. They're better at what they do, so they get paid more money. Simple. They have richer resources available to them. Why should you be the same as them if you haven't put in the same work that they've put in? It just doesn't make sense. So if you want to know your worth, the real world out there will fucking show you on a daily basis. If you don't like what it's showing you, do something about it. Learn some new skill sets, bring some new shit to the table, and then be rewarded accordingly. But please stop believing that you're entitled to anything. I fell in that trap for the longest fucking time. Oh, do you know who I am? I was a sportsman. Who fucking cares, bro? That's who you were. Who are you today? Who shows up today? Oh, not so hard. Not so fucking important. Because you were living in the glory days of who you used to be. No one cares. What are you bringing to the table today? If what you're bringing to the table is not valuable, you're not worth anything. It's as simple as that. So this game called life, it's ever evolving. It's ever adapting. And at every opportunity, you need to be better. That's why on the Agogi program, on the Battle Ready program, on all of the other coaching programs that I'm involved in, we talk about incremental improvements every fucking day. I call it the 1% rule. Depending on what literature you've read, there is Kaizen, there's all sorts of methodologies out there. The premise is the same. Be better today than you were yesterday. And then be better tomorrow than you were today. And if you rinse and repeat that formula, you gradually increase your skill set, you gradually improve what you bring to the table, and as a result, you get paid accordingly. You get richer in everything this game called life has to offer. Your finances, your relationships, your marriage, your fucking raising of your kids, your businesses, everything gets better. But if you fall into that trap of, oh, I know my worth and this world fucked me and it doesn't pay me what I deserve, and you play that pity party and you pull out that fucking invisible violin and you start playing it for yourself, understand, no one gives a fuck. No one's going to pay you because they assume that you should get paid more. No one cares that much. You're not that important. But it's a fucking phenomenal place to be. Because once you've learned that and you accept that that's how this game called life is played, especially if you've got a fucking dick between your legs, now you can accept those terms and you can live on your terms. And you can play your game accordingly. you become the 1% of the 1% in whatever the fuck you want to do. Literally, whatever the fuck you want to do. And from there, shit gets crazy. Shit gets interesting. So listen, guys, stop believing what you see out there on the internet. You are worth what you're worth. If you don't like what you're worth, bring more to the table. Learn new skill sets, and you'll be just fine. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time. Cheers for now.